Hello, welcome back to my haunted library. It's Regina. I have got to take these off because they are so dark. I can't see anything, but I found these in my sunglass pile. Kind of a cool pair of 80s, I guess. You know, kind of wraparound shades. And I'm wearing a leather jacket, which is coming off right now because it's hot as hell today. But as you can see underneath, when have you ever seen me wearing a t-shirt on this channel? But I had to today because this is our Bookworms t-shirt. Isn't that cool? This is the first, I don't know if you can really see, there we go. This is our first cover by the artist Charles Radcliffe. Happens to be my nephew and I love him. He really captures the spirit of the zine. And these are available. It's James's Etsy shop, Gorilladelphia, I think it's called. Oh, I should know that. Or Bookworms Horror Zine, I think he might have changed it too. Anyway, it's linked below. So you can purchase a t-shirt there, and I love mine. In fact, I think I'm gonna buy another one. This is I guess a unisex or whatever, size, adult, small. So as you can see, I usually wear a small medium. I'll just show you a little bit. I'm actually wearing jeans today too. Whew, daring. But I think I'm gonna buy like an XX large and do like a flash dance, you know, cut the collar off like I did in college. Yes, that was my era. And wear it like a long mini skirt and like belt it and then wear leggings under it. That's gonna be my rock and roll look for the summer because this is the theme for the latest issue of Bookworms, Rock and Roll Horror, which is, you know, one of my favorite combos. And we haven't done this in a while. Since I'm talking today about rock and roll and horror, let's cue the intro. I love that. I'm happy to be back and things have gotten much better. It was good to take a little break. I'll be starting on my Patreon page again in June. For those who are interested, I paused it because I wasn't going to be able to post anything. Yeah, but I'm back. And Batilda will be back June 1st with her horoscope. I'm going to let her out of the attic. I've locked her up there for a month and she's not too happy about it. So we're all coming back and I'm ready for a really fun summer. And speaking of fun, this new issue of Bookworms is so much fun and so cool. We made a few changes. Normally we were using this just to mail it, like I put the stickers on and put the address on the back, but there were problems that gets caught in the mail machines and stuff. So now we're adding a back cover, or we're doing like a wraparound cover rather, and then you will be getting this in an envelope with no extra charge. So you'll actually be getting a nice pristine copy of Bookworms, and it's not going to get messed up in the mail. So we're happy with that change. You know, we've been doing this now. This is our second year, so we're learning some things. But this is the cover art. You can see the Beatles coming to America, and it's really funny. And then we have our centerfold. I don't want to give too much away because you really have to see. Lots of fun artwork, great articles, fiction. And I'm really thrilled to share that there's a book review written by the OG of old school horror, Will Errickson. You'll know him from his blog, Too Much Horror Fiction, which is the central location where we've all learned about all the paperbacks from hell. And speaking of paperbacks from hell, he's a co-author / contributor to Grady Hendrix's encyclopedia of old school horror and all those wonderful 80s style paperbacks that we love, paperbacks from hell. I've been looking through this again and deciding that I really need to reread this because, wow, it's so much fun. They have a chapter on rock and roll horror here. Kill Riff. I have that book. I've read it and I have that cover. I think I have a couple different versions of that book. I have a signed version too. And all kinds of fun. Stage Fright, which I've read. And this one, Scream. Now you might not be able to see it. I have my own copy here. The Scream, rather, by John, Skip, and Craig Spector. This is the book that Will Errickson reviews in Bookworms. You have to You have to get it just to read that. It's so good. He's such a great writer, and he really makes me want to read this book. Now, the reason I haven't read it yet is because, and he mentions this in his review, this book comes with a fold-out poster. I think I've showed that before on my channel, but how cool is that? And I never wanted to read this book because I don't want to mess this up. So I'm going to have to get myself like a Kindle copy or some kind of beat-up reading copy, because now I really want to read it. So definitely check out Bookworms. The link is below, along with our podcast that James and I do every week. I think this might be the third name change because the podcast keeps evolving. We started out with like horror fiction and then just fiction, and now since we're talking so much about different creativity topics and he came up with this name and I love it. It's the Right Brain Cafe. So we're going to be talking all about creativity in general because he and I do a lot of different types of creativity, and I'm sure you do too. And it all kind of works together in one big creative soup and just a lot of fun. I'm feeling very creative again. I'm working on my new novel, which I hope will come out in the fall, but I don't know. I'm not pushing it. I'm just writing to enjoy and enjoying the process. What else? Well, I wanted to also mention that I am doing a giveaway for Bookworms and the t-shirt. One lucky winner will receive the latest copy of Bookworms and also the t-shirt, the Bookworms t-shirt in your specific size or the size you want. So before I forget, in order to enter, all you have to do is write Bookworms giveaway in one of the comments below, and you'll be entered to win. Now, unfortunately, this is only going to be USA only because the shipping overseas has just gotten worse and worse and so expensive. It would cost like, I don't know, $50 to send something, and just can't afford it. So it's all going to be USA. You'll get your t-shirt, you'll get your Bookworms, and hopefully you'll want to buy Bookworms and a t-shirt anyway. I'm styling my t-shirt today with just a kind of an 80s style blazer, you know, a little Miami Vice going on, mixing metaphors, but who cares? And some kind of 50s style glasses. Always keep them guessing. But yeah, style it however you want. But definitely check out Bookworms. I'm really excited about it. Oh, I also wanted to mention, I just received this in the mail. Haven't really had time to read it, but I've been paging through it and it looks really cool. This is called Spooky, a new horror magazine. This is the premiere issue. This is the spring and summer issue. And check out that really cool cover. It reminds me of like an old, like creepy magazine. I love it. Spooky, issue number 1. Edited by Jose Cruz and Josh Strad. I don't know if I'm pronouncing Josh's name correctly. I know Josh because he contributed to one of the other Bookworms. He's a contributing author. I forget which one he did, but he was one of our short story authors, and he has now come up with his own magazine, which is very cool. I'm not sure if this is print on demand or you can buy it order it online, I imagine, or newsstands. Anyway, I'll find out and link it below. So that is some fun summer reading. And speaking of summer reading, I picked up a few. I'm not going to have a very long video today, but I picked up a few books at the thrift store. I'm thinking about what I want to read for summer. I'm probably not going to do any kind of read along this summer. Just summer for me is all about mood. I mean, I'm a mood reader anyway, but I really want to just go with the flow. But I found this romance looks like it's from the 80s, Purity's Passion by Jeanette Seymour. Yeah, a chunker. This would definitely be the type of book that I read as a kid, on the beach, in the backyard. In fact, my sister and my cousin, we had stacks of these and we would just read them. So I'm thinking I might just start reading this today, in fact, because I have been reading a book about an old book I found in the thrift store about world history. So when I finish that, I'm going to start reading some fiction and just fun, like summer reads, romance. I might do some sci-fi. Oh, and speaking of sci-fi, I've been really enjoying the I think it's just Three Body Problem on Netflix. I'm not finished yet. I'm almost at the end. I think I have one more episode to go. It's so good. I want to ask you if you've read the novel. I think it's like a serialized novel. If that is worth the read. I'm really enjoying the show. But if you've read it, let me know in the comments below, please. And then I also picked up at the thrift store. I'm going to give these to some kids I know, I think. I've been making a whole collection for them. But got some Goosebumps. This one cracked me up. Where is it? Okay, I'll just show them all to you. Horrorland, Revenge of the Living Dummy. I love revenge. Anything revenge is fun. Claws. I'm really envious of the kids who grew up on Goosebumps. I was a way adult when these came out, but I love them. And sometimes I dip into them a bit. They're fun. This is The Haunted Mask. Kind of a Halloween look. Hall of Horrors, Night of the Giant Everything. And this is my favorite so far that I've seen. Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes. Well, that's really funny. And just how fun and so colorful. So that's my reading. As far as writing, I finished a Wattpad story called Trust in the Shadows, right there. It just made the long list for the open novella contest that they do every year. So fingers crossed. It's a YA paranormal romance about a guardian angel kind of trope. I had fun writing that. And my new book, I'll do a little cover reveal, why not? We're having fun today, is called, drum roll, Final Dress. As you can probably tell from the cover and the title that this time I set this story in a place I know very well, the theater. So I am having fun with all those theatrical tropes, all the people I've met in my career working in the theater. I'm trying to disguise them as much as I can, so I don't want to offend anyone. But I have met some beautiful characters on stage and off, working in the theater behind the scenes and also in my days when I was performing many years ago. So, and I was a theater major in college, so I have a lot of material to draw from. So let me know in the comments below what you've been doing, what you've been reading, if you've been doing any writing projects, or just watching some good shows. I would love to hear your thoughts. So don't forget to enter the giveaway if you're in the US, and I will see you next time in my haunted library. Bye.